Hello, BookTube community. I just finished a conversation with somebody on my BookTube channel, and it was suggested that I do a newbie BookTube tag. So this will be my first tag. I've been on the BookTube for a few months now, I think. So I figured, well, let's try it. I've never done a tag before, so this might be cool. Me being the professional that I am, I wrote all the questions down on a certificate, or a handkerchief, or whatever you want to call them. So I hope I got them all. And I figure I'll go through each step and you guys get to know me more. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? Basically, I wanted to start this channel because my immediate surrounding friends aren't really into books the way I am. The husband really doesn't read like he doesn't read. And I have a passion for books. Books have always been something that you can do no matter what. There is no judgment in books. You can take your time. You can get lost in the story. You can be quiet when you need to be quiet when other things are going on. Um, I started this channel so that I can share this love of books and not be looked at as strange as others think that I am. Because I'll be with people who get it, who understand. I also started this channel because it would be really awesome to meet other people, hear other people's views on things, see what other people are reading, find out the different books that are out there, live vicariously through their reading, that kind of thing. So that's why I started that channel. What are the fun and unique things to the book that you can add to BookTube? I think the fun and unique thing that I can add to BookTube mainly is I'm going to be doing my clicker training videos, where I'm reading a clicker training book and trying to train my cats and my horse. I'm going to keep that up even after we've done all the tricks on that clicker training. I'm going to find something else that I can read to train my horse to do, or the cats to do, and I'm going to bring that to you guys. Also, what I think is unique for me is I also review magazines because I really enjoy magazines, and I don't think anybody is doing that. So I think that's unique. I also am kind of unique as it is. I'm a bit strange to start with. I have an open mind. I love to read and hear about everything. So that's kind of what I'm going to bring to YouTube so that we have fun together. The next question here is, what are you most excited about for this new channel? Mostly my main thing is I want to talk to people. I want to hear what people are reading. I want to know somebody else who has the passion of learning different things and reading different things. And I want to get to know what the different atmospheres are out there and different cultures and what people are thinking. And I just want to learn. I think that's the most exciting thing about this channel is I'm going to be able to learn. And you can't get enough of that, can you? Because, once you become an expert, you stop learning, which is really sad. I think, anyway. Um, why do I love reading? I love reading because you can get lost in a book. Nobody judges you in a book. Nobody cares that you're a bit strange. Nobody cares that you look at things a different way. Nobody cares that you may have a different view on things. You can just find your character, get lost, and read it. I love the fact that you can put it down, go do your thing, come back and finish reading. I love the fact that you can do it anywhere, and there's many different options on what you're going to read. I love the fact that you learn. Even if you're doing a fictional type of book, you get to learn, which I think is very exciting. And then the next one here is, what book or series got you into reading? Stephen King got me into reading. I think the first book that I ever read was the Dark Tower series. So the Dark Tower, the first one, The Gunslinger. Loved it. That's the first book I remember reading from like wee little itty bitty. Loved that book. And then fell in love with Stephen King. He is my guy. Like, everything that Stephen King says and does seems to make sense. So that's what got me reading. That's what got me started. What questions would I ask other YouTubers? How the heck do you guys find the time to get everything done? Between my work and my taking care of my horse and like life, I have such a hard time getting the reading done, getting the videos done, getting everything else done. I don't know where you guys find the time and still find the ability to balance the enjoyment of life with everything else. You guys must be gods. That's all I gotta say. Also, did you guys ever feel insecure about doing this? Or did you know that you guys were going to be good at this from the get-go? Did you have a calling? Or were you just going out on a limb to see what people thought? That kind of thing. That's what I would like to ask. What challenges about this channel do you think will be hardest to overcome? I'm very insecure. This talking to a camera is very difficult for me. It's been difficult to even conversate or talk to people. When I get stressed, I have a stutter, and it tends to crop out when you're least expecting it. I don't seem to say the right things. I don't seem to be very articulate. So I have to overcome all of that and all of my insecurities to even speak to somebody. So that is going to be the biggest challenge. I also refuse to edit. You get me the way I am. I'm not going to fancy myself up to make me different or better because I am who I am. Other people edit, that's wonderful, that's great, but I am who I am, and that's just not going to change. So I'm probably not going to get a lot of viewers because of that, and I understand that, and that's fine. I'm really just doing it for the love of books, so that's what I would think would be my challenging, is the fact that I don't edit, and that the actual conversation, the actual talking, it's very difficult for me. So those would be my challenges. When did you start reading? Oh geez, I don't even remember. I know that my parents used to read to me when I was younger. My grandma had bedtime stories that she used to read to us, so I've been reading from the get-go. I don't remember a time when I wasn't reading. So that's probably half the fun of it, right? Where do you read? Well, I read on the bed. I've got a little nook that I've created in the corner of my closet. I read in the car. I used to read at work, but that got me in trouble because I didn't get back in time from breaks and stuff, so that I stopped doing that. I read wherever I can get a chance to read. I mean, even waiting in line for something, I'll be reading anywhere and everywhere. Wherever I can read, that's where I'm reading. And the last one I got here is, what kind of books do you like to read? Now this is interesting because everybody seems to have a certain genre. They like one thing or the other. And I'll say I like fantasy, I like horror, and I like thriller. But I will read anything. I'm even going to start getting into textbooks. I will read I'll read romances, I'll read education, I'll read self-help, I'll read Christian, I'll read anything at least once. I don't limit myself, but mostly because I can't afford to go out and buy brand new books. I just don't have the money, so I have friends and family who will give me books, and I just read whatever I can get my grubby little hands on. So I don't really have a favorite genre. If I had to choose like 3 of my favorite, it would be horror, thriller, and fantasy. I think that's all of the questions, so that is my newbie tag. I don't know if I'm supposed to tag somebody else after I'm done this, because again, I haven't done tags before. But if you want to do the newbie tag, go ahead. Don't ask or wait for somebody to do a tag. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell, guys. Thanks so much for listening.